The scream hit John like a bullet dot. It came through his gums raw, terrified, and human. His wife's voice. "John! Help! It's here!" It's static. John froze in the middle of his shift at Lunar Station 9. His hands dropped the wrench. The other workers looked up, confused, but he was already gone, racing down the metal halls. Boots slamming the floor. He reached the control room in seconds. "Play it again," he barked. The tech stuttered. "Sir, it just came in. From the Far Ridge colony. Camera feeds loading." The screen flickered to life. There she was, Elena, his wife, working alone near the outer fences. Then something huge moved behind her. Dark skin, 4 legs, eyes like burning coal. It grabbed her fast, too fast. She fought, screamed, then the feed went black. No audio. No signal, no help. John's jaw clenched so hard his teeth hurt. "What species is that?" he asked. The tech shook his head. "It's not in any database. We think it's Dravari, but bigger." John stepped back, face blank. Quiet. He walked out of the control room without a word. An hour later, a secured storage bay opened for the first time in 5 years. Inside it, an old Black Ops case marked EarthGov Classified. He opened it slowly. Guns, armor, a combat AI chip still humming red. He looked at the screen one last time. The frozen frame showed Elena's terrified face. John spoke quietly. He touched the wrong woman. The message from the Dravari arrived 3 hours later. "To the human male, John Cross," it said in a cold, clipped voice. "There was an unfortunate incident, a misunderstanding. Your female is alive, injured, but stable. We are investigating." John didn't reply. He was busy locking armor plates into place. Black Earth military tech, banned after the last interstellar war. Each piece clicked in with a hiss. He didn't speak, didn't blink. "Just prepared." Redback's voice echoed from the chip socketed in his neck. "Combat AI online. Threat level unknown. Recommend immediate strike." John loaded the plasma rifle. The Dravari sent a second message, softer this time. "Please remain calm. No need for escalation." He recorded a response. The video was short, 10 seconds. Just his face, eyes empty like a machine. His voice was low and clear. "You took my wife. I'm coming." Then he sent it to the Dravari Council, their embassy, their border command. All of them. Within minutes, panic rippled across their networks. John Cross wasn't just a name. It was a ghost from a war they tried to forget. A human weapon that disappeared after the Battle of Midas 7. Rumor said he walked away from the ashes with blood on his hands and no orders. Left to follow. Now he had one. Redback chimed in. "Ship prepped. Trajectory locked. Target, Dravari outer zone." John stepped inside the stolen cargo ship. Sat in silence. "Let's go," he said. The engines roared. The ship tore into the black, and behind him, Earth Command received one final ping from his tracker, a warning wrapped in static. "Do not follow. Do not stop me." The stars blurred past the cockpit window. John sat still, eyes locked forward. His armor clanked every time the ship shook. Redback's voice echoed through the cabin. "Dravari patrol detected. One ship. Light weapons. Number. Shields." John didn't blink. "Go dark. We're not here to talk." The ship powered down all lights. They drifted like a ghost through space, silent, invisible. The Dravari ship passed by, sensors blind. They never saw what watched them from the dark. John moved deeper into enemy space, closer to the Dravari moons. Every system he didn't need was ripped out. No food, no comfort. Just weapons, fuel, and rage. Redback flashed a red symbol. Confirmed location, Moon Outpost K-17. Elena's signal was last traced there. Status compromised. John stood. Prepped the drop bay. The cargo doors opened. Cold wind howled. Below, The moon's surface glowed red under artificial lights. Soldiers marched. Cannons rotated. John didn't care. He launched himself out of the ship in a drop pod, one-man steel coffin aimed straight at hell. He hit the ground like a meteor. The impact sent fire and dust flying. The guards ran to check the crater. They died before they even saw his face. John tore through the outpost like a storm. One hallway at a time, silent, brutal, unstoppable. When it was done, only one Dravari was left breathing. Bloodied, shaking, John grabbed him by the throat. "Where is Vashkar?" the alien gasped. He took her. Deeper into the Empire, Dravar Prime. John dropped him. Wrong answer. But close enough. As he walked away, Redback whispered, amused, "They still don't understand. John, they think they're the predators." He didn't answer, because predators don't give warnings. The Dravari spaceport on Moon. Base Zeta buzzed with noise ships landing. Guards yelling, engines roaring. Then a black dot appeared in the sky. No ID, no beacon. Moving too fast. Unknown vessel approaching. A Dravari officer shouted. Too late. John's stolen cargo ship dropped like a hammer. It didn't slow down. It didn't ask permission. It smashed into the landing pad with a deafening crash. Fire bursting from its engines. The guards rushed in. John walked out of the flames. Smoke curled off his armor. His rifle was already up. He didn't speak. The first 5 guards went down before they could aim. Energy bolts lit up the air, but none touched him. Redback shifted his aim with machine speed. Each shot landed between alien eyes. By the time the alarm finished ringing, 10 bodies were on the ground. John stepped over them. He found the officer's terminal inside the base, ripped it open, and fed Redback into the system. The AI hissed like a snake. "Vashkar passed through here 3 hours ago. Civilian ship, no escort. Destination, Dravar Prime." John's jaw tightened. The Dravari had taken Elena into their capital. A planet full of soldiers, walls, and warships. "Cowards," he muttered. Redback pulsed red. "Uploading message to their central network." "What message?" "You'll like it." Outside, every screen in the spaceport flickered. Then John's face appeared. He said just 2 words, "I'm coming." The message spread fast. Within minutes, it hit the Dravari homeworld. John didn't wait for fear to set in. He took off again, burning fuel. Burning time, headed straight for the Lion's Den. The galaxy had rules, borders, diplomacy. John Cross had only one rule left: no one touches my wife. John's ship cut through the darkness, hunting. Vashkar was running, but John was faster. Redback scanned every signal, every channel. A pattern appeared, a trail of broken communications and scrambled messages. They hit one transport ship carrying prisoners. John didn't hesitate. He stormed the ship's airlock. Alarms blared, but his suit's shields held. Inside he found a battered prisoner, a former miner who whispered, "Vashkar." Dravar Prime, moving Elena. John nodded and pulled the prisoner to his ship. There was no time for questions. Redback mapped the route. Dravar Prime was a fortress planet home to the Dravari Empire, guarded by thousands of troops and deadly weapons. But John wasn't scared. He checked his weapons, eyes cold. "Prepare for infiltration," he said. Redback's voice dropped to a whisper. "Target high risk. Estimated 0 chance of survival." John smiled darkly. "Then we'll make our own luck." The stars flashed past as John pushed deeper into enemy space. His mind was clear: one goal, bring Elena home. Every second counted. Every breath could be his last. But failure was not an option. Behind him, Dravari ships scrambled, but none could catch the ghost that hunted them. John Cross was coming for Vashkar, and he was bringing hell with him. The Dravari High Council sat in their crystal chamber, voices sharp and cold. The news had spread like wildfire. John Cross was coming. One human alone? sneered the youngest counselor. He's just a ghost from old stories. He's more, said the elder. Voice low and steady. A legend. A weapon. Screens around the room showed the Black Ops video John sent. The warning burned into metal debris after a crashed satellite slammed into their capital tower. Return the prisoner or face the consequences. The room fell silent. Outside. The streets of Dravar Prime grew tense. Soldiers marched in tighter formations. Citizens whispered fears behind closed doors. The Dravari military scrambled fighters. But no one dared to cross the line John had drawn. Elsewhere, across the galaxy, mercenaries and spies tracked John's progress, betting on whether he would succeed or die trying. But John didn't care about politics or bets. He was a man. With a mission. Back in his ship, Redback scanned incoming signals. Enemy fighters approaching, several squadrons. Estimated time to interception, 6 minutes. John strapped in. Let them come. The engines roared as he dove deeper into enemy space, ready to burn a path straight to Elena. The Dravari thought they controlled the galaxy. They were about to learn how dangerous a human with nothing left to lose could be. The sky above Dravar Prime burned with fire. John's ship tore through the enemy fleet like a missile. Fighters swarmed around him, lasers flashing in every direction. Redback shouted warnings. Shields at 50%, incoming missiles. John's hands flew over the controls. Evasive maneuvers. Target their lead ship. Explosions lit up the void. Fighters exploded in showers of sparks. John didn't stop. He pushed harder, diving straight into the planet's atmosphere. The heat was unbearable. The ship's hull groaned. The ground rushed closer. He fired the drop pod. It screamed through the sky, trailing fire. Inside, John gripped the controls. Every muscle burned with focus. The drop pod crashed through the city's defenses. Walls exploded. Guards fired blindly. John punched through the last barrier, landing in a shadowed alley. He stepped out, armor scorched, eyes cold. The city was a war zone. Every step echoed death. Redback whispered, Vashkar's base is 3 blocks ahead. John didn't hesitate. Blood pounded in his ears. This was no rescue mission. It was war. And John Cross was the storm. John moved through the dark halls of Vashkar's stronghold. The air smelled of metal and fear. Guards tried to stop him. They fell quickly. His rifle barked, silent and deadly. His armor took the hits, but he didn't slow down. Deep underground, Elena was locked inside a steel cage. Her eyes were tired but fierce. She looked up as John appeared. No more running, he said softly. The guards guarding her charged. John didn't wait. He fired. The last guard crumpled. Elena stood. You came, John nodded. I promised. Suddenly, alarms blared. More soldiers poured into the room. John pushed Elena behind him. Stay close. They fought side by side, John with his weapons, Elena with a hidden blade she kept all these years. The battle was brutal. Pain and fire filled the air. John saw Vashkar enter last, sneering. So the human comes for his pet. Vashkar spat. John aimed his rifle at the alien's head. She's not your pet. Vashkar snarled and charged. The fight was fierce, but John's training and Redback's support gave him the edge. With one final blow, Vashkar fell. John didn't look back. Elena, let's go home. John carried Elena through the ruins of the stronghold. Behind them, Alon screamed and soldiers swarmed, but no one dared stop him. They reached the surface. Outside, the sky burned red with explosions. Dravari forces surrounded them, weapons raised. John didn't speak. He held Elena close. His voice was calm but deadly. Let us leave. The alien commander stepped forward, eyes cold. You have broken our laws, human. You must pay. John smiled, a cold smile. I broke one rule only. He raised his rifle, but didn't fire. The one rule Udravari will never break again. The soldiers hesitated. Behind them, Redback hacked the defense systems, turning their weapons off. The commander cursed, then ordered a retreat. John watched them. Go. He turned to Elena. We're free. She nodded, tears in her eyes. John looked up at the sky. The galaxy had changed, and one law was clear. No one touches a human's mate. Back on Earth, Elena rested in a quiet room. The pain was fading, but the fear stayed until she saw John walk in. He was tired, but his eyes burned with the same fire she loved. Home, he said softly. Outside, the news spread fast. The Druvari had learned a lesson hard and clear. Their leaders whispered of John Cross, the human who broke their empire's rules. John sat alone under the stars, thinking. He knew this wasn't over. The galaxy was vast and dangerous, but one thing was certain: no one would ever hurt Elena again. No one would cross him, because humans fought with heart and fury, and when they fought to protect what they loved, they became unstoppable. John looked up and whispered, never again.